Hello, welcome to Noiseville. Thanks for tuning in. Now, we've been busy across Brighton going to the Great Escape Brighton Music Conference, bringing you some great highlights. But now we're back in our usual surroundings of the Prince Albert. But we still have a packed show for you. Lots of interviews and live music from the likes of Flashbang Band, Ian Rowland. We introduce Republican music and lots more besides.
There I was, by as low as it can go, face down in dirt, forgotten where to go. Big fat raindrop falling from sky, hit me squarely in the eye. How that dust jumps rain from sky, how that dust jumps rain from sky. Through life's hellos, life's goodbyes, how that dust jumps rain from sky. Blindly grab and blindly go, where's the light, the angels show, where are you? Slip and slide along our way, no idea, cannot say where are you? High as a kite, 3 sheets to the wind, just about to let the misery in when I feel a pull on my jacket sleeve. Turn around and abruptly receive big fat kiss planted on my jaw. A big fat kiss coming back for more. A big fat kiss and I'm feeling fine. How that dust jumps rain from sky. Blindly grab and blindly go. You are the light, the angels show you are here with me. Slip and slide along our way. In the here and now, I cannot say, but you're next to me. There I was, by as low as it can go, face down in dirt, forgotten where to go. Big fat raindrop falling from sky, hit me squarely in the eye. How that dust jumps rain from sky, how that dust jumps rain from sky. Through life's hellos, life's goodbyes, how that dust jumps rain from the sky.
Now, we love a bit of folk on Bmusic, and it's a pleasure to have Ian Rowland with us. He's just performed a couple of songs. How are you doing, Ian?
Very good, thank you. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on the show. Now, you've released your Helicopter EP last year. That was kind of your first release.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about that and how it was received and what sort of play it got and things like that.
Well, Helicopter EP was released in January 2014. It's available on the website. And I recorded that with Jake Skinner, Scott Gentry and Lee Bridges, drums, bass and engineering. And that went really well. I had great fun doing it. It got some good airplay on internet radio, Blues and Roots radio, Acoustic Roots, Brian Play's Acoustic Cafe show. I did lots of gigs from that and started writing some other material for this new album that I've just released in April, called How That Dust Jumps.
Yeah, so we're going to get to that. We were definitely going to mention the new album. So, all right. No, How the Dust Jumps. So yeah, So you've gone a full album this time, which is how many tracks?
Well, it is a full album. I'm calling it a full album. It's 8 tracks on it, which I think is an album.
Yeah.
It could be a large, long EP, but I prefer an album. So that's what I'm going for.
Okay, and has there been any changes between the Helicopter EP you released last year and this one?
Yes, there's a fiddle player now on it. Simon Yap. Sorry, Simon. Fantastic fiddle player, and again, the same players that were on the Helicopter EP as well. As I say, I've been playing those songs that are on the EP for a while around Brighton and the local folk clubs. And so I tested out the material. And it's got some good reviews, and it seems like it's a good progression onwards, because now we've got some more players involved and the songs seem to have got a little bit more variance in them as well. So
you live locally,
yeah,
and obviously into your folk.
Yes.
So do you go to a lot of folk nights?
Yes, I go regularly to Hove Folk Club in Poets Corner. That's once a month on a Friday. fantastic club run by a singer-songwriter called Rob Johnson. There's also an awful lot of singer-songwriter nights around Brighton. Robin Coward runs a night at the George Payne, which I go to. And there's also Hush Hush runs a night on Sundays at the White Rabbit. So there's always something to try, go to and play, and it's a great city for that.
So if people want to check you out, hear the album, find out when you're playing and where, can we show them the album again?
You can.
Check out that album.
Really
So where can people find out more?
Okay, I've got a website, www.ianroland.com. That's IANROLAND, not ROW.
Yeah.
If you go to the one with ROWLAND, you'll find some kind of musician who's a psychic. So that could be quite interesting, but
it's not you.
It's not me. So yeah, that's where you'll be able to listen to the music, which is available on Bandcamp. You'll be able to listen to the Helicopter EP as well, and find out my gig dates. And it'd be great to see you at the gig.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Ian. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you very much for having us today.
I am here with Mark from Republic of Music. Mark, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Tell me a bit about what it is that you do.
I run a distribution and sales company in Brighton. We distribute a number of bands like Charlatans, Caribou, and help people get their music into the market through iTunes, Spotify, or vinyl into indie stores. So, and we work with a lot of local bands. So.
Okay, who are you working with locally in Brighton?
We work with a band called D-Mob Happy, who are putting their album out this year, and another band called Clowns, who also released an album this year, which is very exciting. And we manage a band called Jolter, who've just started, and we just put out one EP, and we're going to put their album out next year.
And how's that going? How's their EP going?
Really well, actually, yeah. It's been very well received. We've had some radio plays. They're building a good live following. They've just played Isle of Wight Festival, and they're off to Blissfields next month. So they're building, but it's a slow process. It takes time to build a band.
So a conversation that we've just been having is about kind of distribution is affected by maybe online things. So does that fit in well, or are you physically distributing, or doing an online distribution as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we do both, but what we found is that recently there's been a massive increase in vinyl sales. Obviously everyone's got back into vinyl as a sort of objection against downloads, I think, and we've been doing really well with bands on vinyl. CDs sort of dying away, and people don't seem to care about that now. But obviously, digital is the dominant format now, and there's definitely been a shift towards streaming from downloads recently, which it does have an effect for bands. It makes it harder for them to make money. So making vinyl and selling as much vinyl as possible is a good way for them to get some revenue.
So I understand that you're involved with The Great Escape. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, obviously The Great Escape being a Brighton event, we've been involved since the start, and we've always run alternative escape events. So we're fortunate enough to have a lovely courtyard out the front of our office, which is a natural setting for being able to put on bands. So every year we do a big event where we put on about 10 of our bands that we distribute, and we always try and put on 1 or 2 local bands as well that are maybe unsigned. And it's obviously a good way for us to obviously get to see all the bands that we distribute, because otherwise at Great Escape there's so many bands playing that you can't always see all the bands you do. So what we kind of decided is you come and play our event, and the bands love it. It's like a guerrilla event for them. It's like they play in a garage outside, and it's very much sort of like 20-minute set on and off, and it's worked really well, and it's sort of built over the years, and I think it's now one of the kind of the sort of go-to events that people in the industry come to check out new bands. So that's worked really well for us. So.
Okay, so where is your office?
In Middle Street.
Oh, is it?
Opposite,
okay.
Near Casablanca's nightclub. So
yeah, okay, that's cool. And who did you have come and play for you this year?
This year we had Tops, the Excerpts, our own band Jolter played, Chunking, Young Kato, and a really, really good singer-songwriter from Portsmouth called Jerry Williams. She played, and then we had other bands as well, and Blank Mass DJ'd, which was really exciting.
Where should people go if they want to find out more about Republic of Music?
If you go to our website, republicofmusic.com, we have a blog there, and we post all our new music up there, so that's probably the best place for people to look. So.
What do you put on your blog? What's your blog about?
We just post interesting news about all our bands, new videos, exclusives, premieres, and just general information about the bands that we work with.
That's a good little nugget to know, isn't it?
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
So what songs have you played for us today? What are you playing for us today? What's happening?
Well, the first song is, you know, I mean, coincidentally, I don't know, it's that one. I don't know.
Coincidence
I
that
know.
you're here talking about this.
I know,
this
yeah.
would be the one that
Like,
you played.
yeah, this.
Is this what you played? No.
I know, it's such a coincidence. We
Yeah.
just got here and we're like,
what
shall we play?
Just play that
I feel
new
like
song
that
that's
new
just
one,
about to come out.
Yeah.
Okay, and what else did you play?
We played Convenient Excuses for Erstwhile Spooks Part 1 and 2.
What's that about?
It's about when you get really annoyed at some situation in your life and you realise that the only option you have is to completely cut your ties and do something else.
So I won't be seeing you again.
I'm not referencing this experience.
I'm joking.
Hi, I'm Phil from Brighton Unsigned, and the good people at Bmusic have felt within their wisdom that they're going to unleash me upon you to give some recommendations about the local music scene. And I'm here to actually introduce you to a couple of brilliant local bands that we at Brighton Unsigned would recommend, and I think you would enjoy actually watching.
So it's good to have you on the show, Phil. I'm looking forward to what you're going to tell us.
Thank you very much for having me. The first band I want to draw your attention to is a band called Half Crown. Now, Half Crown started off as a four-piece, great musicians. Musically, you would describe them as nouveau rock. They take influences from bands such as Red Hot Chili's, Jimi Hendrix to a certain degree, a bit of Arctic Monkeys thrown in as well. And if you was to also go onto YouTube, if you put in Artisan Alley, what you'll find there is you'll find a collection of videos, predominantly done by Louis, which is basically a mixture of spoken word, but there's some poetry in there. Now, I'm not the biggest poetry fan in the world, but my God, when you see some of this stuff, it is mind-blowing. But they're great guys.
I enjoyed the track you sent over actually, and the
she's
guy is
electric.
brilliant lyrically, he talks very quickly. His rapping style is really good, and then they mix that with that kind of I say generic indie sound, but very good, very well done indie sound.
Next band, now this lot. They're called Town of Cats. How do I describe Town of Cats? It's a collection of bizarre musicians. Joe's the main guy, the main vocalist. Bit of a rap sort of style as well, but more gypsy kind of ska band. You've got a horn section that comprises of two saxophone players, a flute player. You've got your main drummer. You've got extra percussion as well, which is sort of like cowbells and lots of shaky stuff going on. There's some videos up on YouTube, live videos of the performance of Bleach. Honestly, they're a must-see. We featured them in the magazine last month. You've got to see them to believe them, really.
Yeah, this whole sort of gypsy swing, gypsy jazz genre, I mean, it's not something I ever got sort of wrapped up in. But I do see the appeal in the swing classes and things like that. It became a big thing. So is this still a growing sort of trend? People really enjoying going to see these gypsy jazz, gypsy swing bands? Is that still sort of a climbing trend?
I think what you find, what I've experienced when I've gone to see this, because I've not had a lot of experience myself within this music genre, but it's one of those things, when you actually go and see this type of music, you can't help but actually, this inner movement comes along, and all of a sudden you're just making these weird and wonderful noises, and you just really get into it.
Yeah. Phil, thanks so much for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. We look forward to having you back in the future.
Oh, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Now joining me is Steve Jones, you're the founder and a promoter for Mr. Shakedown.
Mr. Shakedown.
Mr.
That's
Shakedown.
on my birth certificate, yeah.
And you're going to obviously tell us a little bit about what's coming up at this year's Shakedown Festival. But actually I've got a little bit of news which you, being involved in the electronic music scene and a DJ might be interested in.
Okay.
Fatboy Slim is re-releasing Halfway Between the Gutter and the Stars.
Nice.
15th anniversary re-release on Skin. And on the CD there will be new remixes by Josh Butler,
Yeah.
Lazy Rich, Khalid, am I saying that right? Hugh Hardy and Noir.
Okay, nice mix there.
Some names you probably recognise in there.
Yeah, no, some good names actually. A lot of those guys are kind of, I mean, Lazy Rich has been doing things with Fatboy for a while. He's kind of one of his favourite remixes. So yeah, nice to see him come.
And are any of those names on the bill at Shakedown this year?
They're not, no, but you know, they are names that we would maybe consider having on the bill had we extra stages or more money. So no, but we have got artists kind of similar along those lines. So kind of on the house music front this year, we're really excited because we've got Defected in the house, who are a massive house label. They've been kind of redefining house and putting out compilations for years. So headlining that, we've got MK, Mark Kinchin, who's just a bit of a man of the moment when it comes to house, and he's one of these names that he's been around as long as Fatboy. He's not as young as he looks, but he's just suddenly, with this deep house movement over the last few years, has come back into the kind of forefront of music. Yeah. He's headlining the Defected house stage. We've got Oliver Dollar, we've got a lot of the Defected kind of residents like Sam Devine, Simon Dunmore. So yeah, house heads, I think, hopefully, will be catered.
We'll have a great time.
Yeah.
And what else is happening?
So this year we've kind of taken a slightly different approach this year. So we've still teaming up with the local guys because I think it's really important for us to support the Brighton music scene. And so we've got the Supercharged stage back. On the Supercharged stage, you've got Sigma, who are kind of drum and bass crossover artists at the moment. You've got Example and DJ Wire, Jaguar Skills, DJ EZ. And then we're also teaming up with another big, I'd say...
DJ EZ going back to like garage days. And
yeah, we've got a lot of legends on the bill this year, but it's really nice that so many of these slightly older guys are suddenly like massive again. Another new thing we've got this year is a new tent called the Cirque du Soul tent. So think Cirque du Soleil,
I was gonna say,
but with clubbing. Oh, okay. And it's the soul as in heart and soul. The
people
soul
on high wires and trapeze
and
hoops.
They're a big kind of London brand who've been touring the country doing these really high production club nights. So you're talking kind of fire eaters, unicyclists, trapezes. So in terms of like a high production, really visual stage, we're going to be putting that in a big top. We've got too many DJs headlining that.
Awesome, awesome. If people haven't got their tickets yet and they're like, where can I get a ticket from? Do you want to just let everyone know?
Yeah, you can buy them from me. I'll do them at a discount, 30 quid. No, they are 45 quid. You can buy them online. You can also buy them locally at places. Where can you buy them locally? I think at the Dome, at Resident Records. There's a few other shops locally. But the best bet, just go onto our website, shakedown.co.uk.
Or they could enter our competition. I believe you've got a couple of tickets you're going to give away.
I do have a couple of tickets, yes. And do you want me to ask the question?
Would you like to? Yes.
I do have a question. It's a good job I prepared this earlier. So the question is, which artist, in fact, which one of two artists, you can name either one, are playing in this year's Shakedown that also played in our first event in 2011? There's two of them on the bill, so either name.
And you can email that to thisisbmusic@gmail.com with the subject heading Shakedown. Awesome. Steve, thanks so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
Shakedown. I'm really looking forward to it. Bmusic will be there.
Yes.
With bells on and raving with the best of them. And yeah, looking forward to it.
So we'll have a rave. When all the work's done, we'll see you then.
Crash Bang Wallop, Hold That Jollop. I'm here with Flash Bang Band. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Ellie and you are?
Rodney.
And B. Rob.
And Rob plays bass very well. And what do you do?
I play drums really well.
It's okay. Actually, no. You were really good. They've just performed for us,
thanks.
And you were my favourite. Yeah.
Oh, really?
You're doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
What you believe is not a joke. Like what a terrorist revokes. Pushing my hand to tell.
So where are your influences coming from? Flashbang Band.
Very broad.
Just, I mean,
most of them are pretty
everything.
obvious,
I don't
right?
know. Yeah, just everything. Music we're listening to at the time.
Yeah.
Other bands that we're hanging out with that we like.
You just steal their stuff.
Work.
We just steal all their best ideas,
Yeah.
especially the smaller bands.
Yeah.
Funny.
What's this all about? What's this? Talk to me.
So
Show it to the camera.
Yeah, so this is our new single that we made. It's called Spooky Action at a Distance, which is another interesting thing. If you do, well, it's a philosophical thing, isn't it, Rob? Rob does philosophy.
It's not. It's a scientific thing.
Oh, scientific thing.
It's
but whatever. Check it out. It's cool and
Einstein
interesting.
coined the term.
On the other side,
What, spooky
It's,
action?
yeah, it's about quantum entanglement and the fact that an electron one side of the universe supposedly be in contact with another electron the other side of the universe.
I know about quantum entanglement.
Isn't always one for it. Temperature seals my cells are split.
Okay, and so are we doing a competition? Are we giving these away?
sure.
What, have we decided on a question?
Yep.
And this, what's this, Rob? Tell us.
It's an album that we made
CD.
Okay.
in their old house, essentially. It's the only one we've ever made.
Oh wow, that's very cool. So what's the competition? What
Not
are you
this
asking
one,
people?
there's more of these, but it's the only
Okay.
album.
Well, we have a slight obsession with tardigrades in our band, which are these magical little creatures that live in lots of different places. Basically, they're really resilient buggers. They you can't do anything to kill them. They're impossible to kill. Like there's
God knows we've tried.
So, our question is about
the question?
tardigrades. It's going to be how many legs does a tardigrade have?
And then you could win not just the album.
Yeah.
Oh no. If you get the question right, you can win the single as well. And what else can they win? Can we give them other stuff?
Sure.
Check your pockets.
Yeah, we'll give you some other stuff.
We'll give you some other stuff.
Right.
Okay, so so you've heard the question.
Guys,
So check out our
you can win some
Facebook or
money.
Twitter page for information on how you can
Stickers.
win these and some fluff from their pockets and some business cards and some Rizzlers
My
and
house.
some stickers.
It's a cool cable.
Rob's
for-
house, a USB.
USB to mini.
Yeah,
I'll chuck in a
yeah.
wrong music mashup
Put
Rolf
that in
Harris
there.
Gabba CD,
Okay, yeah, but
which is actually
Bit out there.
really good.
Actually, can I actually need this, so you can't put that there.